So, are you interested in improving your music and merch sales? In most non music businesses, sales and marketing teams tend to develop diagrams known as customer experience maps or buyer journeys. These are visual representations on how a buyer or a consumer goes from a stranger to a business to a happy customer. The experience a customer has with a business can usually be intentionally mapped. So, your experience with, say, an Apple or a Google or an Amazon, those aren't just happening by accident. Those are planned, those are mapped. They are intentionally making that experience for you. So, how can you take this concept and apply it to you and your fans? Now, before I take you on this magical mystery journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified whenever I put out new videos, and it helps my channel a lot. So thank you. So what do these customer experience maps or buyer's journeys do? Pre-planning the journey can help sales and marketing teams create content, hire employees for certain roles, and give the customer a reason to develop a relationship based on trust from that journey. These journeys can help sales and marketing teams create content, hire employees for certain roles, and give the customer a reason to develop a relationship based on the trust that they create with that company. It really is an intentional way to help a client or a customer or a fan build trust with a company because you've decided how you want to interact with them at every stage of the game. So what does one of these look like? Well, let's walk through a really basic example and then we can apply it to what it looks like for fans. So let's call this first stage a stranger. They know nothing about you, never heard of you before whatsoever. This person learns about you from the first time from a social post that you may have put up, may have seen you open for their favorite band at a live show. They didn't know the opener, but they knew the band that you opened for. Or they found you on a Spotify playlist. These are three examples, but there could be more. Once they've heard of you, they could become what's called a prospect. They're now intrigued. They're interested to learn more. They heard your music for the first time, so now they go to the computer or their phone and look you up on Google. They look you up on Spotify or find your social media to find out more about you. If they like what they're seeing, they might be considered a follower now. They like it. They decided to follow you on your socials. They're interested. They want to, actually get your active content. Now, after hearing from you for a while on social and liking your content, perhaps they go and put their email address in your sign up form and now they're on your email list. Now they enter the subscriber phase. They're still digging it. They're still finding you awesome. They want to learn more about going to more of your shows in the future, and they might actually consider buying your music, buying merch. Now you could safely consider them a fan/customer because they've spent money with you. That is awesome. Congratulations. They've gone from stranger to customer and regular fan, let's just say. Now, believe it or not, there is one more stage you want them to get to past fan or customer, and that is true fan. They might buy just one piece of merch initially or one album or something at the beginning, but you want them to really be like, we love these guys. We're diehards. We buy everything they put out. I have all of their t-shirts, all of their hoodies, all of their coffee cups, all of their cup holders, all of their pencils, whatever you put up for merch. I have bought a show ticket to every show they've ever had on tour. I followed them on tour. I got in a bus and followed them. That's kind of creepy, but people do that. So you want them to be that true fan, the ones that are going to support you, that you may call on because you have the best relationship with, to help you. Maybe they can volunteer to run your merch booth, help with things. Maybe there's a level of stage crewing they could do, but they get involved. They don't just buy from you. They for lack of a better term, worship the ground that you walk on. How do all these steps help you develop a customer journey for these people? Well, let's walk through those same stages again, but this time, here are some questions you could be thinking about when considering what to plan for or what content to create when these people are at each of these stages. So 1, if they're a stranger, what extra things can you do in your marketing for those who are just meeting you for the first time? Can you go above and beyond? Don't just do the bare minimum. really make a good first impression, because when they come across you, it may make or break whether they stick around or not. 2, once they've become prospects, what information can you add to your website or Spotify profile that will help prospects develop a connection with you sooner? What might help them gravitate toward your music a little quicker? 3, when they finally become a follower, what kind of content should you be sharing to keep followers engaged? How do you want them to keep interacting with you? What kind of content can you post that will make them want to comment, make them want to like, make them want to share, save, all the things that appease our algorithmic overlords? 4, once they've hit subscriber stage and have given you their email address, what kind of content will ensure subscribers open your emails and will click on the links that you put in them? What makes them stick around? Why would they not want to unsubscribe? What kind of engagement or behind the scenes or content can you really work with to build that relationship with them? 5, when they become a fan/customer, what perks or special treatment can you add to those who come to your shows and buy stuff from you? Can you, make them like, well, if you buy this and you refer someone to us, you get this off. Figure out what some of your sales discounts could be. Be creative. As creatives, we tend to focus on the audio, the songwriting, but how can we apply our creative skills to coming up with fun ways to interact with people, build relationships with them, make them your friends? And 6, because I ran out of fingers on one hand, when they finally become a true fan, what kind of process or protocol can you have in place to treat these fans with the utmost respect and give them the VIP treatment? Such as developing a personal human relationship with them, really get them involved, come to their family's birthday parties. That's maybe a little creepy, but you want to get really intimate and you want to know them by first name and you want to, give them special attention at the show, and maybe they're in a Patreon setting where you're doing super exclusive content for them, what have you. Really treat this like you're meeting someone, a new person out just socializing in a bar one night, and you get to know them. You see them every weekend at the same bar, and you get to build a relationship. Ultimately, that's what you're doing here, is you're just giving stage names, strangers, prospects, followers, subscribers, fans, customers, true fans. You're giving these labels to every weekend that you're talking to someone over and over again, and slowly really getting to know them and adding them to your group of friends. You want everybody you work with to really like you, or if they don't really like you, they may not be your fan, your true fan. They may enjoy your music, but they might not reach that full potential, but that's okay. In theory, there's a reason why it's called the 1,000 True Fan model. You may have tens of hundreds of fans, thousands of fans, but only 1,000 of them, a fraction of them, are going to be the ones that really reach that, level of nirvana, fan nirvana, enlightenment as a true fan. So if you're looking for ways to really get your fans engaged and build that audience so that you can own your audience over time, I hope you found today's video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I will see you next time.